What if I told you that right now, sitting in your kitchen, there are ordinary foods capable of repairing your DNA, turning off genes that promote cancer, and even starving tumors of the energy they need to grow? No surgeries, no prescriptions, no side effects, just real everyday food. Before you think I'm exaggerating, stay with me. Everything I'm sharing today is rooted in peer-reviewed science, and it could completely change the way you think about every meal you eat from here on out. I'm Dr. Christopher Daniel Dunch, and welcome back to the Stronger Man Lab. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and underappreciated areas in modern medicine: how the foods you consume directly influence the health of your DNA. Let's start with a truth most people don't fully realize. Every single day, the DNA inside your cells sustains damage. This is normal biology. It happens to everyone. Free radicals, environmental toxins, UV radiation, and even the byproducts of your own metabolism continuously challenge your genetic code. Here's the key point: your body isn't helpless. You already have built-in DNA repair systems, enzymes, and proteins specifically designed to find and fix damaged regions of your DNA. The real question is whether you're giving these systems the raw materials they need to function optimally. And this is where food becomes incredibly powerful. Scientists have identified natural compounds in certain foods that don't just support DNA repair, they supercharge it. These compounds activate protective genes and, in some cases, disrupt the very processes that cancer cells rely on to survive. Today, I'll take you through the most potent of these compounds, explain exactly how they work, and show you how to integrate them into your daily diet. Sulforaphane. If you've never heard of sulforaphane, write this one down. It's one of the most extensively studied anti-cancer molecules in nutritional science. Found in cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, cabbage, and kale, sulforaphane is actually not present in its active form until you chop or chew the vegetables. This triggers a chemical reaction that produces sulforaphane, nature's own defense mechanism, which also protects our cells. Once in your body, sulforaphane activates a master regulatory protein called NRF2, which acts like a head of security for your cells. NRF2 turns on hundreds of genes responsible for detoxification and antioxidant defense, neutralizing carcinogens before they can damage DNA. Sulforaphane also enhances cellular cleanup processes, allowing your cells to remove damaged proteins. Research shows it can inhibit tumor growth and even trigger apoptosis, or programmed cell death in cancer cells, while leaving healthy cells untouched. 3 to 5 servings of cruciferous vegetables each week provide meaningful levels. Lightly steaming broccoli after chopping and letting it sit for a few minutes maximizes sulforaphane production. Resveratrol next is a compound that might surprise you. Resveratrol, found in red grapes, blueberries, mulberries, peanuts, and yes, red wine in moderation. Often oversimplified in popular media, the real science is impressive. Resveratrol activates proteins called sirtuins, particularly SIRT1. These proteins are central to DNA repair, metabolic regulation, and cellular longevity. They're often referred to as longevity genes. When activated, sirtuins repair double-strand DNA breaks, maintain genome integrity, and regulate gene expression related to inflammation. Since chronic inflammation is a major driver of cancer, this is critically important. Resveratrol also targets one of cancer's defining characteristics, its glucose addiction, known as the Warburg effect. Cancer cells consume glucose 10 to 15 times faster than normal cells. Resveratrol disrupts key enzymes these cells rely on for energy, effectively starving them, while normal cells adapt without issue. Practical takeaway? Eat a handful of blueberries daily, enjoy red grapes, or toss mulberries into your morning smoothie. Simple, delicious, and protective. Quercetin. Another powerhouse compound is quercetin, a flavonoid found in red onions, capers, apples, kale, and green tea. Quercetin is a multitasker. It binds to DNA topoisomerases, enzymes cancer cells need to replicate, essentially jamming their ability to reproduce. It also has strong anti-inflammatory effects, inhibiting histamine release, and works synergistically with compounds like resveratrol or vitamin C, amplifying their protective effects. This is a perfect example of why whole foods outperform isolated supplements. Nature designed these compounds to work together. Epigenetics and gene switching. Here's a concept that changes everything. Epigenetics. For decades, we thought genes were fixed. Now we know that genes act more like switches. Your environment, lifestyle, and diet determine which switches turn on and off. Certain foods can silence genes that promote tumor growth, oncogenes, and activate genes that suppress it, tumor suppressor genes. One of the strongest epigenetic modulators in food is EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, from green tea. EGCG influences DNA methylation, one of the primary ways genes are turned on or off. In cancer cells, tumor suppressor genes are often silenced through abnormal methylation. EGCG can reverse this, reactivating these genes and restoring the cell's ability to regulate growth. 2 to 3 cups of high-quality green tea daily delivers meaningful amounts. Matcha is even more potent. 1 cup equals roughly 10 cups of standard green tea in EGCG content. Curcumin. No discussion of cancer-fighting foods would be complete without curcumin, the active compound in turmeric. Curcumin works on multiple pathways. It inhibits NF-κB, a master regulator of inflammation involved in cancer survival, disrupts cancer stem cells responsible for tumor regrowth, and promotes apoptosis in malignant cells. Like EGCG, curcumin has epigenetic effects, influencing gene expression enzymes. Its challenge has always been bioavailability. Combine turmeric with black pepper, piperine, and absorption increases up to 2,000%. Fat helps too, so add turmeric and black pepper to cooking, soups, stews, or make golden milk. Omega-3 fatty acids. Lastly, omega-3 fats, specifically EPA and DHA, found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and anchovies, are critical. These fats incorporate into your cell membranes, enhance communication between cells, reduce inflammation, and support DNA repair enzymes. Studies link higher omega-3 intake to a lower risk of colorectal, breast, and other cancers. Aim for 2 to 3 servings weekly, or use algae-based supplements if you prefer plant sources. Practical summary. Here's what this looks like on a daily and weekly basis. Cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, cabbage, kale, several times per week. Blueberries and red grapes, daily handfuls. Red onions, incorporate into meals regularly. Green tea, 2 to 3 cups daily. Matcha is especially potent turmeric with black pepper. Include in cooking or beverages. Fatty fish, 2 to 3 servings per week. These are simple, accessible, and affordable ingredients available in virtually every grocery store. Consistently including them creates a biochemical environment in your body that makes it harder for cancer to take hold and supports DNA integrity. A final note. Food is not a cure. If you have a cancer diagnosis, work closely with your oncology team. What we're discussing today is prevention and supportive nutrition that complements conventional treatment. Your body isn't passive. It responds to every meal. Each choice either strengthens your cells or makes them more vulnerable. Start small. Add broccoli to dinner tonight. Brew green tea. Sprinkle turmeric on a dish. Small, consistent actions compound over time. If you found this video valuable, share it with someone you care about. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Each week we break down real, science-backed strategies for health in ways you can actually use. I'm Dr. Christopher Daniel Dunch, and remember, take care of yourself and take care of each other.